welcome back to Holistic Healing by Tiamat. I am the Emerald Empress. So today I actually wanted to talk to you about the solar plexus. So everything that has happened this week for me is actually something that I have been manifesting and creating within my life for a while. Since this is why I'm deciding to film it like this, because I wanted to show you the notes I made on the 30th of January 2022. So when you watch this will be 2022 that I am uploading this. This will be June 2022 to be exact, and this will be around the full moon in June, so this is a great time to really expand our energy, and I am using the energy from the Jupiter retrograde to really expand my energy. So I thought that this would be a great week to work on the solar plexus week. So here I have got my notes and I am going to go through them with you. So I am actually let's just talk about it. So I was feeling the need to cover solar plexus week because I have noticed that many people are actually going through the process of feeling quite stagnant, and this is causing quite a lot of procrastination, depression and anxiety, which is also causing low self-esteem as well. Now this is a symptom of imbalances within the solar plexus. Now we have just gone through a Jupiter retrograde, so the solar plexus does have ties with the planet Jupiter, so this is likely a time where we are noticing that our solar plexus is going through a little bit of damage, and in order to actually heal this, you are going to find that it is important for you to drink more juice. This is actually going to help you to flush your system out. Now, I have already researched Jupiter and I have written a little bit of information about Jupiter on the next page. However, I'm not really going to talk about that in this video. I will talk about that at the beginning of the guided meditation video that is going to come with this, because I can see that this is not the right time to actually talk about this. So yeah, it's definitely going to be important for us to make sure that we are able to take our own lead at the moment, so that we can be responsible for what is going on around us. Now let's just talk about what the solar plexus is. Now the solar plexus is often associated with the color yellow. Now this is because it is tied to the sun. So the sunshine regulates our solar plexus, and you will find that going out into the sunshine, going out into nature and going out for walks is actually what is helping you to regulate your solar plexus, which is helping you to be more courageous. Now, because of its association with the star sign Leo, you will find that during the month of August, you will find that this is a time where your solar plexus is activating quite a lot. So during the summer months, your solar plexus may start to feel more warm, and it may start to feel almost crampy and burning. Now this is because it is activating and opening. So Jupiter is associated with expansion, so the solar plexus is also related with expansion, and as it is closely tied to your heart, you will notice that as your heart starts to open, so will your gallbladder, so will your solar plexus, and this will cause a effect on your eating habits. So as your heart starts to expand, your eating habits will start to change, and vice versa. And so yes, it is first of all we will go into what organ it is associated with. So it is actually associated with your digestive tract. Now, we did cover a little bit of this with the solar plexus, however, it is more closely related to your digestive tract, because the act of swallowing and the act of actually processing our food, so that goes on in our gallbladder and in our stomachs, which is all part of our solar plexus. So that is, yeah, and actually you can see the next part is the stomach and the pancreas. I forgot about the pancreas. So yes, the pancreas is another organ that is related and associated with the solar plexus, and so is the gallbladder. Now, I actually have myself had quite a lot of problems with my gallbladder. I don't anymore, but previously when pregnant and different times in my life, I have had problems with my gallbladder. So in order to clear this out, I found that eating grapefruits really helped, and this is why drinking juices really helps, because it helps to regulate the acidity within our stomachs. So this helps to make sure that we are having the right pH within our bodies. So this is associated with our decision-making processes. So this is also associated with the ego. So oftentimes when we are having problems with our ego, this is actually related to our solar plexus. You may find that you are someone who is quite egotistical. This may be because you have imbalances within your solar plexus. Now, being egotistical is actually different from being prideful. So being prideful is the ability to be proud, basically, of your achievements. However, being egotistical is when you are taking credit for other people's work, for example. That would be egotistical. So yes, now it is also associated with our leadership qualities and our responsibility. So when we take responsibility for what we believe in and we regulate our own self, we start to realize that everything in our life is down to our own ability to make rational and responsible decisions. So being a leader isn't actually that difficult. However, you have to be responsible. Now, when we start to open our solar plexus, we start to realize that we can take the lead, but we have to regulate ourselves. So that is why the solar plexus is actually related to our self-regulation, because I remember when writing these notes actually what I meant by them. And what I meant was that at times in our life we have to make sure that we are able to self-reflect, because otherwise a lot of times we think of self-regulation as in mood regulation or as in diet regulation. However, being able to reflect upon all of the things that we have done within our lives, upon all of the positive and negative decisions that we have made, helps us to actually find our own quality. This helps us to make better decisions, and when we find our own quality, what we find is is that we are all unique because everybody has their own different qualities. But once we find our own unique, specific point that makes us who we are. So, for example, you may find that you are someone who is a really good cook. You may find that you are someone who is a really good teacher. You may find that you are someone who is a really good plant grower or a phlebotomist. You may find that you are someone who is a really intelligent and fast learner. You may find that you are someone who is a really great parent. You may find that you are someone who is a really great healer. You may find that you are someone who is a really great fire starter in a controlled manner. However, whatever it is that you find that you are good at, this is actually your unique, specific point. Now, once you find a unique, specific point, it becomes easier to actually start to make decisions. And once you start to make decisions for yourself, this is when you start to be able to take the lead within your life. So you're also going to find that through self-regulation, through the ability to be mindful about what you are doing for yourself, you are going to find that you are actually able to commit to yourself, and you will be able to care for yourself a lot better, and you will find that your self-care is improving. So yes. Now, let's go. Okay. So the next part is, so not the next part, but the next thing that it is associated with is interpersonalization skills. So the solar plexus is actually related to our interpersonalization skills, and what I mean by this is our ability to, I kind of already covered this, but this is our ability to be ourselves as well as being with other people. So once we realize that we are actually this is already explained. So once we realize that we are able to be ourselves as well as be around other people, we start to find our sense of selves within our wider community, and apparently our solar plexus is related to this. So I've actually found a lot of synchronicities to this myself within the last week. I have found that as my solar plexus has been opening and expanding, there have been a lot of children who have been coming up to me and who have been asking me for advice and support, and I have found that I have been able to ground myself in this knowledge, because I know that there is a place for me. So I know that I am able to teach many people and lead other people by example, by the way that I look after myself. Now, this has also been an important time to make sure that I and other people have been feeling worthy, because when we go into the imbalances, we will see that sometimes certain people will be greedy, and this causes many of us to feel like we're not worthy and that we don't have a place within our community. So we have to actually love ourselves in order to find ourselves within our community. And that brings me on to the next point, which is self-love. The solar plexus is related to our ability to love ourselves and to love others, because Unless we can ground our love for ourselves, we aren't able to take the lead and help other people. Unless we are able to take the time and the attention that is needed to look after ourselves, we aren't able to look after people, and then we can't therefore lead other people. Being a leader isn't all about bossing other people around or telling other people what to do. Being a leader is about being receptive to the right energy, waiting for the right kind of energy to come and for change to happen, because